plug-in cars are the future, and the Mini Cooper SE Countryman All4 seeks to prove they can be both practical and fun to drive. Minis are endearing to look at, and the Countryman is no exception. Plenty of people give the Countryman grief for being the biggest Mini ever built. That may be the case, but its size comes into perspective when parked next to my daily driver, a Nissan Cube. The Countryman and Cube are about the same size. That's not a huge vehicle. Mini's measurements put the Countryman's overall length at 169.8 inches. It's 71.7 inches wide and 61.4 inches tall. It rides on a 105.1-inch wheelbase. For comparison, a two-door Mini Cooper hardtop is 151.1 inches long, 68 inches wide, 55.7 inches tall, and rides on a 98.2-inch wheelbase. So yeah, the Countryman measurably bigger than the smallest Mini on the US market, but it's still small compared to a lot of USDM vehicles. The Countryman has a sort of bulldog charm to its facial features. Big headlights dominate, with a slightly downturned grille opening and protruding front bumper looking sort of like a bulldog underbite. The side profile is classic Mini, but taller and chunkier looking, flat roof, wheels pushed way out to the ends of the design, lots of squared off glass area. From the rear, the Countryman has a lot of the Mini design hallmarks, too, especially the big, vertical rectangle tail lights. You'll have to look closely to see if a Countryman is like the plug-in hybrid D model I tested. The tailgate will have a neon greeny logo that looks kind of like a plug. That logo is duplicated in badges on the front fenders, the driver's side badge serving as a cover for the actual charge port that you plug into shore power to boost the onboard traction batteries. The S in the grille is painted that same neon green shade, too. The interior of my tester was much like any Countryman, with a few nods to the plug-in hybrid powertrain. There were sporty perforated black leather bucket seats for front occupants and a wide, comfortable bench for rear occupants. At 6 feet 3 inches, I couldn't really sit behind myself in comfort. I had to splay my legs around the front seat back. The tall roof height makes for plenty of headroom, however. The Mini Cooper SE Countryman All4 is an interesting hybrid. Not only is it a plug-in hybrid with about 10 to 15 miles of all-electric range, depending on terrain and how you drive, it's also all-wheel drive. The electric powertrain turns the rear wheels, while the 1.5-liter, 3-cylinder turbocharged gasoline engine turns the front wheels. If either part is propelling the vehicle solo and slippage happens, the other part will come online to provide all-wheel drive traction, something I experienced when I took the plug-in Countryman off-road in a pasture. The powertrain makes a combined 221 horsepower, which is eclipsed only by the John Cooper Works (JCW) version of the Countryman that makes 228 gasoline-only horsepower. But no Countryman can touch the ease torque. The electric powertrain helps it achieve 284 pounds-to-foot, much of it available from takeoff thanks to the immediacy of electric motor torque. The JCW's 258 pounds-to-foot at 1,450 to 4,500 RPM is strong, but not as strong as the plug-in Countryman. There are 3 drive modes, selectable by a toggle around the shift lever. Normal is the default mode and has a healthy amount of regenerative braking dialed in anytime you let off the throttle. Sport engages the gasoline engine sooner and adds a little more throttle response. Green enables freewheeling coast, which seems strange because it doesn't regenerate any lost battery capacity on long downhill sections. In addition, you can tell the e-Countryman how you want it to expend its battery. Default auto mode will use most of the battery at the start of your drive, then switch the car to hybrid mode when the battery range is near zero. Max mode will attempt to squeeze as many miles as possible from the battery, at the possible expense of overall efficiency once the gasoline engine does turn on. Save mode will operate mostly on gasoline to save battery capacity for city traffic later in your commute. Perhaps the coolest thing about the hybrid drive system in the Mini Cooper SE Countryman is how its electric powertrain is used like a big secondary turbo when you mat the throttle. It's plenty quick, despite its weight. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.